Okay. We're working on the project for unit 223, which is making up a website for sprint 1. So for sprint 1, our backlog included three main user stories. First one is like a clear structure header with a Deakin logo, and then adding a unit details table, and then also implementing some functional direct links to the unit learning resources. My role focused on the third user story, which was adding clickable learning links. I'll pass it on to Rose to talk you through about the group activities we did as a group.
So, as a group, we held weekly meetings and we discussed the project and our goals for that particular week. Some tasks we worked on were building a website. So doing sprint 1, we decided that it needed a logo and a header, and we also needed a table and interactable hyperlinks. And I'll pass it on to Haru.
So to conduct the meetings in the sprint 1, we use two kind of meetings. The first one is an online meeting using Teams. So we use Teams to discuss about the projects of the projects and what we are gonna have to be done. And the face-to-face meeting at Deakin University, where we do on the work on the project and discuss about any issue if it occurred. So in Spring 1, I work as a UI designer and I work on two user story. The first one is as a student, I want to have a clear and structured header on the website, and so that I can easily navigate and identify the page. And the second user story is that as a student, I want to see the Deakin logo on the header, and so that I can recognize the website as official and trustworthy. So based on two user story, I extract two main tasks. The first one is I have to download the Deakin logo, and I have to create the dark blue header, and I will add the Deakin logo on the header and move to the right of the web page. And also I do some adjustment with the unit title. I just move it to the center. That's what I have done in Spring 1. So I've asked to KJ to talk about what he have done as a team leader.
Alright, so I was the team leader for this project, and my user story was as a student, I wanted clickable links to unit content so I can easily access learning materials without manually searching for them. So I worked on adding hyperlinks in HTML, research and identifying essential Deakin learning platforms. So it made also tested all the links that ensure that they open correctly, and I also ensured links open in new tabs, so it makes a better user experience. I created few branches and then merged them into one single main branch. I had gone through a lot of GitHub learning, so I can let my teammates know if there is any problem or issues we are facing on GitHub. That was pretty much it for my user story. I'll pass it to Rose for hers.
So for my user story, I did user story 4 and 5, and so user story 4 was a cybersecurity based one. For a future sprint, I just thought it would be good to have it out there, just to make it known. I mainly worked on user story 5 for sprint 1, and that was, as a student, I want to be able to easily find important information that was displayed in an accessible way. And to do this, the task that I worked on was to create a table for the web page. And so I wanted to be able to display all the unit information in a way that was nice. So yeah, I added the table to the web page, and that was mainly it. Haru?
Yeah, so in the next part, I'm going to talk about the issue that I faced throughout the Spring 1. So in the Spring 1, everything goes well. But the first time when I work on this project, I face a problem when to push my code into the GitHub. I have worked with my team leader, and we stay together to find out the solutions, and then we recognize that I have worked on the wrong accounts, and after we change into the correct ones, everything goes well. And I will pass to my team leader to talk about if he have any issue.
All right. So yeah, that was one of the issues we worked on as a team during the meetup at Deakin University in the library. Particularly if talking about the issues I faced, initially I was new to GitHub, so I tried to understand the workflow, how it works. Wasn't sure when to create branches or versus committing to the main. So had some videos on YouTube to learn about it, and was all okay for that. Then there was some problem with collaborator and authentication problems. So that's what Haru was talking about. So he wasn't able to push his changes. And we also, once we were working in the university for the project, we were not able to see the UI that Haru was working on. So we tried to use it on VS Code and see how it's working there. Everything was fine there, but we were still facing problems when we were pushing it on the GitHub thing. So we fixed up the code, and particularly with the links, I tried to keep. There was a problem with the links. Basically, like when I there were like 4 links, so out of which 2 were not working properly. So there was some problem in my code. So I just fixed it up, and everything was working well with after that. So that was all with the issues I had faced. I'll pass it on to Rose if she has faced any issues.
Yeah, so an issue I faced was that with my branching, I didn't quite commit it to the main branch properly, and so it was working for me, but the others couldn't see my progress, my code that I had done. And so what I did was I sat down and I went through it, and I sent the branch and I committed it to the main one. So it was an easy fix. I just had to go through and recommit it to the right one. Yeah.
All right. So this was pretty much it for this project and for the sprint one. Typically, we have also started to discuss about the future sprint too, if like for the cybersecurity part as a team. And yeah, we had fun doing the project. We had some problems. We faced it as a team, solved it, and our project is ready to submit. And yeah, that's all.